Come up here.
No, no, you can't. But I was there. I went
Good afternoon, viewers. This is Emonews, and I am here live at Kenfield. What area is Kenfield? In Kenfield is this? At the housing scheme down at Kenfield. Now, this family here, they want to speak to us about the tear gas that they were bombarded with this afternoon by the police officers. This is an area where they live. Just take a look, and you can well imagine how far the tear gas came and how it affected them. So we'll be speaking with the mother. These are her children, and she'll tell us what they experienced this afternoon. Tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Shuma Lawrence.
Shoma.
Yes.
Shoma, tell us about your experience this afternoon.
Okay, the experience today was incredibly horrible. Let me tell you, incredibly horrible. I was in my house with my 7 children, just about to take a bath. My babies were sleeping when the tear gas started coming in. So the babies basically woke up to being tear gas. We have 7 young children under the age of 12. Babies just a year old. Experiencing this kind of thing, it has been very bad, let me tell you. I don't even know how to describe this to you today. It is just extremely, extremely horrible, terrifying. Let me tell you. It's just an experience that you would not like to have.
I need to ask you a question. I know you live near the protest. Did any police officer come along this route to inform you that they will be tear gassing you?
What? Nothing of the sort. Nothing of the sort. Nobody came through. And the protest has been incredibly peaceful since morning. So I have no idea why they would even resort to this kind of thing, you know? Not even caring who is near, who is there, how things will affect people. It's just crazy, just crazy. And there is a daycare, taking children from 0 to 3 years old, little people. And they just don't care, you know?
So where exactly you were when the smoke started coming in?
In my house. We were all in our house. My children and I were just in our house, just chilling, you know?
And what are some of the symptoms you experienced?
Oh my, the eyes burning, the skin, the throat. You're unable to breathe. Yes, the children just started screaming, just hollering, just as if we were under attack, you know? Under attack, nuclear attack.
And you were not part of the protest?
And we were not a part of the protest. We're not truck drivers or anything like that, you know? It's just horrible. Come, babies.
Some of the children, they are here and they want to tell us how, what they experience.
I was not screaming, but I saw smoke coming in the air, and then my nose and eyes started to burn. It was a horrible experience, and I had to wet my face. And when I went to close my window, tear gas started to go in my face, and my eyes and nose started to burn, and my lungs were hurting.
So my nose and my eyes and my throat, they were burning a lot. I had to go in the water and wash my face, and then I took my siblings and I had to go in the room where the babies were sleeping, and we all covered ourselves in our sheet. And then the tear gas started to come in our room, and then the babies woke up. They started to cry and cry and cry. I imagine that their throat and their nose were burning and everything was hurting. I think they felt absolutely horrible, but I know I did.
This today was one of the worst days I've experienced. Gas just started coming our house. They started to violently cough. We had to run out right in this neighborhood.
It was horrible. We had to run by our neighbors. Like, we couldn't do anything about it. They didn't warn us or anything. They just did it.
Did you say something,
Can
baby?
you say something, baby?
Okay.
So, Mom, I know it's a very sad I know it's indeed sad, that you were not part of the protest and that the tear gas came all the way in your home. What would you like to say to the authorities in terms of, just bursting tear gas in neighborhoods?
Better has to be done. Better has to be done. This can never be right by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not right. And I forgot to mention that we had to run out of our homes into this street right now, and we have not been able to return. I had to go back to the house to get dry clothes for the children. I just had to grab anything because to this moment, the tear gassing has not stopped. It has not stopped. There are a few canisters in our yard, you know? It's just not nice. We haven't even eaten. It's time for my children to eat. I can't even go back to my house to give them a meal. And we're here indefinitely. How long? You know how long? When are my children going to eat? What is going on? These things can never be right. It can never be right.
I know you live in the area and you observed the protest this morning. Was it in any way violent or
Never, never. The people, the protesters never did anything violent. The violence was always instigated by the police. Always. They're the ones who always start showing their aggression and dealing with people aggressively and all of that kind of thing. Nothing was there was no reason. There was no reason for the tear gassing then. Absolutely no reason that every single one of us in the community should have to experience that kind of thing. And protesting should be okay. You know, it is our human right. When something is not going right, we can speak up about it. You know, what kind of country is this? What kind of country are we becoming? You know, so better has to be done. And something like this should never happen again. Never happen again.
thank you so much. What would be your final comments?
Okay, so I wish Dominica could change. I wish he could have a change. The police are not supposed to be doing that to their own citizens, their people. They are not supposed to be doing that. They have no concern for their families, their people. What if it was their family? What if that had to be done to them? They wouldn't like it. Exactly. So why do it to other people?
Exactly. Exactly, my child.
On behalf of Emonews, you heard their stories.
I wish Dominic could just change. Everyone, it just start shooting and they're still in our home. We can't even go home yet.
Yes, so there you have it. The family of Sherma Lawrence. They got, wow. Emma News is always emotional. It's a very sad afternoon here. This family experienced the tear gas that was sent out at the protesters, and they are away from the protests. They live in this area. So we want to say thank you to them for allowing us the opportunity for you to hear their story. Yes, you heard their story. There are other folks along this route. They got tear gas as well, but they're afraid of the cameras and they don't want to talk. But we applaud Miss Sherma for allowing she and her children to speak. So on behalf of Emma News, thank you all for viewing and just cover them with your prayers. And we pray that this will not repeat itself.
Goodbye.